refusing to be a bridesmaid months before a wedding? I, 18 female, was asked back in September by my cousin's fiance to be a bridesmaid to their wedding, which is in March, and I agreed. But let her know in advance that I had lost my job back in August due to college scheduling, and I hadn't been able to find a new one for said reason. She assured me that the pricing was going to be very comfortable for me and that she would have taken into consideration, but to please grant her their honor. She also showed me the infinity dresses she wanted from Amazon, $35. I agreed, but then last week she came up with a group chat where she stated that the prices, which are these bridesmaids, cost infinity dress $100, pink vans $80, bachelorette Airbnb $100, makeup $130, hair $60, matching jewelry $30. Apparently she found the same dresses at a local boutique and at a slightly higher price. When I asked about the prices, she told me to just ask someone to lend me the money. We have until Tuesday, January 10th to pay, and that it wasn't a big deal. I honestly don't have the money or anyone whatsoever to lend me that amount of money, so I just told her I couldn't afford it, and I know it's a little late to find another bridesmaid, but I just can't risk spending money on a wedding that isn't mine, especially when I have rent and other bills to pay. I also think I have been uninvited, so am I the a-hole? Thank you for all the comments and point of views in the last post. I wanted to clarify that although the bride and I are not family, I've always been closer with her than my cousin. I also wanted to give an update on how everything turned out since we had until today to pay the $500. Yesterday she sent me a message to the wedding group chat saying that she will be changing the bridesmaid and calling off the bachelorette party since only 1 out of 16 people assisting the bachelorette party and only 1 out of 4 bridesmaids had paid. 2 and myself bailed for the pricing. She asked me again saying the dresses were actually $35, but she was running out of funds for the bachelorette and decided that it was the best way to pay for it. The plans changed. We had to pay $35 personally to the seller and accessories are optional in our choice. I advised her to give out refunds to the people who paid because it isn't right to use other people's money like that. And she did. At this point, I'm only going to be a bridesmaid for support, even though I hate to say it, I felt bad that she ended up by herself, so I agreed. Her guests are starting to cancel since she also tried to charge them in advance for food and drinks. I'm currently trying to help her do things right and accept that she needs accommodated according to her budget. And yes, we're on good terms, I think. Trying to be a good friend right now. Again, thank you all. You're a decent person, OP. After the stunt she tried to pull, it's no wonder others failed. It looked like she bought into the fantasy of the big fancy wedding, but not being able to pay for it herself, so she decided to have others pay for it. No one would think less of you if you bailed too. But the good thing is, at least she seems to have gotten a strong dose of reality when everyone pulled out and come to her senses. Of course, the bridesmaid who paid quit. She found out that her friend charged her inflated, fraudulent prices for her bridesmaid gear in order to fund a bachelorette party. Prices that she upped by more than 5 times the actual cost. She even tried to get you to put yourself in debt for this crap. A poor, jobless 18-year-old college student. This is what my parents did. The meal and the seating was worked out, and the cost was about $50 per person. They were super poor, so absolutely could not afford a wedding without people paying for it themselves. They said that people paying for their presents at the wedding was all the gifts they needed. They sent out invites super early to plan everything so they knew who would come and who wouldn't. It was a great way of knowing who actually wanted to be there and who didn't. It also led to my parents 18 years later finding a reply letter with $50 in it from their grandparents who died before the wedding. A lot of tears were had over that letter. Am I the a-hole for not wanting to help pay for my friend's wedding? I have a close friend from college who is getting married. She's been asking for my help to contribute to her wedding. I think it's sweet that she's thinking of me, but I don't think it's a good idea for me to help out financially. My friends and I have been close for a few years now, and I'm happy for her. She is struggling financially, and they have asked that instead of wedding gifts, people donate parts of their wedding ceremony. There's a registry and everything, like table flowers and stuff. I know she's trying to save money as much as possible for certain reasons unrelated to the wedding. But I just don't think it's right for me helping her out with the cost at this time. I'm a recent doctoral candidate soon, and I'm currently running a memoir, and I don't know when I have time to get a job. Anything I give is much less time I can live on my own, even if I can afford it. I don't think it's fair that I should have to help out when I know her fiance already has a job and could definitely get another. Some of his friends seems well off. I tried to explain my financial situation to my friend, but she's still asking me to help, even a little. She suggested that I contribute a much smaller amount than the others, but I still don't think it's a good idea. I told her if I was in a better financial situation, I would be more than happy to help out. But right now, it just isn't possible. My friend got really mad at me and said I was selfish, that she expected more of me. Our group of friends pledged to help pay for each other's wedding back in college. But she says that since she helped out and paid for my wedding $550, that I should help her out, even if it's just $20. She is also threatening to tell our friend group, just because all of them contribute to my wedding. But she completely ignores the fact that my marriage didn't work out, not even 1 year. I don't want to lose her friendship, and I really don't want her to tell our friends. My financial situation is private. More importantly, I also don't want to be taken advantage of. Am I the a-hole for not wanting to help pay for her wedding? Edit. Okay, after seeing all the reactions and misunderstandings here, I talked with a couple of other friends in our group and showed them the post. They sent me some money, $100, to give to our friend for her wedding. I'm going to offer her $5 at first to see if that's enough. Couple of other points. My friend's fiance agreed to purchase my ticket to fly, so giving up that money and not going is not an option. My friend did also give me a wedding gift, which I returned. I do not have the money for a wedding gift, but I believe being there for her on her big day is a present in itself. Everyone laughs when I say my present is a present enough, so I don't think it's as negative as people see it. I have not been accepted into school yet. I'm starting to apply for PhD program. I'm writing a memoir as a tribute and a gift back for my experiences, and also doing it to prepare to become a doctor. Edit 2. To clarify, I understand that $100 is to be used for all friends' wedding in our group, not just the one now. I am not just pocketing the money. I'm saving it for when others get married, and that means I have to try to ration it out, for a lack of better words. No, there are only 3 people left in the group who are unmarried. My friend, the other one person, and myself. Edit 3. A lot of people are asking about my memoir. I won't be sharing details here so as to not take it off the topic. Anyone can DM me for more information though. Edit 4. I offered the $5 and didn't hear back for a couple of days. So today I offered $20 as a gesture of goodwill without waiting to hear about the $5. She said no and even had the audacity to tell her I didn't need to come to her wedding at all. I offered her $25, then $50. Still nothing. She just seemed more and more upset, even when I increased the amount. I don't know what she expects, literally more than double what she asked for, and it isn't enough. Well, I'm glad I withheld my judgment until I got to the end. I'm going with you, the a-hole, because you didn't slip in until the second to the last paragraph. And the reason why she is asking you because she contributed over $500 to your wedding. And now that it's your turn to chip in, you don't want to give her a red cent. You said she was also asking for help with other things like decoration. What have you offered to contribute for labor since you are unable to give a single cent because you're so busy not being a yet doctor student and writing a memoir? Oh wow, this took a turn. At first I was like, why would anyone expect someone else to pay for their wedding? Then I get to the cliffhanger. OP, you are the a-hole. You took $550 for your wedding and can't even come up with $20 for your friend? Wow, you are going to end up with no friends. You the a-hole. I think even without the $500 gift, OP should be willing to contribute something. It's customary to provide gifts when people get married. Sounds like the friend is probably asking for money in lieu of traditional gifts. Seems like OP isn't interested in contributing anything at all. If OP doesn't want to give anything because they're cheap, they should just skip the wedding entirely. And if they want to maintain this friendship, then they should attend and give some kind of gift. The $20 thing makes me think it's really the thought that's important to the friend.